bro? The
Yeah, I
Chino
saw that.
wall. It's crazy, bro. How's it
What's up,
feel?
everybody?
How's it feel to be part of the green wall, bro? You'd ever
I don't
think
even
you'd
go
be
by the
on
green wall anymore, bro.
ever think you'd be on Optic, bro? How's the love? Have you felt it?
I definitely never thought I'd be an optic, but I mean, um, yeah, I mean, I got a lot of people who just support me no matter what, so it's really great.
Whoa, just lagged out.
Sheen just strictly emits positive vibes. What'd you lag out of, John?
I lagged out of the call.
No, you
Couldn't hear
didn't.
anything.
Oh.
Nah, I did. But it's all
Okay,
good.
you're back, baby.
All right. Well, now that everybody's in here, I want to say welcome to the show, everybody. I appreciate you guys rocking with us, even though we had a week off. But we got some lit weeks coming up, and we have some stuff planned for the postseason as well. So the show's not going anywhere. But sometimes life calls. Scheduling got messed up, but we're here now. So thank you, Cheen, for making it work this week, even though you have a very rigorous schedule. Right after this, Cheen will be doing hot drops. So as soon as he gets off, we're going to host him and send you guys all over to him so we can show him some love too. But yeah, let's kick it off, man. Welcome to the show, Cheen. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I just woke up from a nap, so I
A
feel well
nap
rested.
Keeping it real already.
or a full rest?
No, it was actually a nap. I woke up at like 4 a.m. today and I couldn't sleep, so I like took a nap a couple hours ago.
Mm. Well, usually what we do on here is we talk about the beginning of the season, your last year going into this year. Now, a lot of times you have people who start off on franchise teams. Yours is a little bit different, obviously, right? So just talk me through like the offseason, what your plans were going into the year. Obviously, you knew it was going to be franchise, what you're trying to do, and basically your process.
So, I didn't play for a little bit during Black Ops 4 in like the middle of the season after I got like let go from E6 because we just couldn't come to like an agreement on the contract. So I didn't play for a while because I was trying to get back on a pro league team, but that just never worked out. And then I decided I was gonna play for champs of BO4 because I was like I can't just not play for 6 months, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still grinding like every day on my stream and stuff, even without like competing technically. But I went to champs like with my team. It was Tommy, Lenny, Proto, and Exceed. We got like top 12, I would say. We could have got top six. I felt like we had a really good team, but it just I don't know, just like a lot of chokes that just came down to it, honestly. And then going in this year, I knew I wanted to try to be a starter for a team, but I knew it probably wasn't likely just because like how my last year kind of went, how like it was actually really tragic. Like
Yeah.
I literally didn't really get to play at all. But I knew I wanted to be a starter, and if I had to go like the sub route, then I would do that. And then I had a couple offers from a couple different teams. Like I was actually about to join like the Phase like academy team. I was about to join that team, but then um, I got an offer from Optic, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go with Optic just because I don't know. I just have a lot of good friends on that team, and I
Mm-hmm.
felt like it was probably my best opportunity to maybe get a chance to start.
That's true.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was smart play on your end. I mean, you ended up getting a chance to play. Why do you think like throughout your career you've been so like underestimated, underrated? Like even when you've won events, why do you think that is? Because I never truly understood it. So I'm wondering, from the horse's mouth, like what you think it is.
I think honestly, it might be just because like the way I am. I would say I'm not like an aggressive person. I don't. I try not to trash talk. I used to be a big trash talker when I was younger. I used to really like doing that. But I don't know. As I've gotten older, I've kind of just uh, I guess you could say more humble. And I feel like another thing too that's really not helped me along the way is I've always been kind of a guy who's been to himself. I'm not like the guy who was always like playing tens or hanging out with a lot of other people in calls late night and stuff like that. So like I only have my close friends that I've teamed with before, like Slasher and then Kenny, Lamar, like people that like know how good I am and see what type of player I can be for a team. But like it's like other people didn't really know that, they kind of just knew me off of maybe what others said. And so if like others were like I'm lazy or something like that, then that's just like going off that. So
It's
I
crazy.
mean, I will say that in the time that we did spend together, even though it wasn't long, um, you were actually like a refreshing pleasure to have on the team. Like actually, for real. Just like Cheen got on every single day and was going hard regardless of like a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes. I will say that people don't ever see and will not know. But like
mhm.
Cheen would get on every single day and at least attempt to go hard when other people weren't, and trying his ass off every single day. So it was refreshing having Cheen on the team. And I've teamed with Cheen before in the past too, so I actually know that he's a lot better than people give him credit for. And like if people always say like the vibe thing, which actually is I don't know how much I believe that. Like the whole like, oh, he just brings the vibes to the team. To me, that devalues him as a player.
Yeah,
I've always like he
I
just
feel like
brought
I
the
feel like
vibes. That's
exactly.
horseshit. Like you're a good search and like a actually talented search and destroy player where a lot of people truly are not. You don't like get smoked in the respawns. I don't know. There's a lot that you bring to a team that I don't think that people actually give you credit for.
It's probably also hard, Cheen, because I know a lot of players who've run into this problem. I've run into it before. Where like you're the player who you always do your job. You don't like super excel in one part unless you have the teammates around you to allow you to excel in one role. But so you run a ton of roles throughout the life cycle of a Call of Duty because you're always on those like makeshift scrap teams. So you're never really in a position to like shine a lot. Do you feel like that's kind of how like your career is and it puts you in a tough spot? Like because you're always switching roles, doing what needs to be done for the team.
Yeah, I would say that was another thing that's probably like one thing that kind of holds me back is I like to be like the main AR player. Like that's the thing I like to do. Obviously, I don't mind running flex. Like if I have another talented AR with me, like I've done it before. Um, but I feel like that's one thing that's definitely something that's kind of held me back was like I'm willing to do like whatever for the team. Like I'm not the type of person who's like I'm only gonna do this. I'm not letting anybody take it from me. So like if the team's like or somebody's like uncomfortable, like I can't run a trophy, like, I can't do it. I'll be like I'll do it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
or like somebody's like I remember in Sloss in Black Ops 3, he he would just be like super uncomfortable like if we didn't have a flash in or if we a team was really good with the M8, he was like, oh, we gotta ban it. Like I was never the guy who was like, what? No, you can't do that. I was always just like whatever like helped the team I would do and like I would try my best to like master it or do it like the best way I can.
Have you considered changing that like train of thought just for, excelling at at a single role and putting yourself in a position to like prosper on a team? Have you thought about changing sort of your perspective on that?
I feel like the one time I ever actually really did that was in World War II. Honestly, that was like I ran a like
You won.
AR. Yeah, I ran an AR most of that game. And then like when me and Lamar were teaming together, like I would like he would run the AR on some maps, and I would on and then like I would run it on other maps. But most of the time the videos went like it would just be me running it. So it was always like I ran the main AR pretty much all of World War II, and that was like my best COD besides like Black Ops 3. I would say was I was really good at too. Like those are two of the games that ran main AR the whole time, and I was really good at both of them. And I feel like games where I like really focus on myself more than others, like is where I can like really shine. But that's the thing is like I get to I get into a mindset where like if we're not winning, I need to do something else to like make sure we're like getting to that point. But like I feel like that has kind of held me back because like then like it could not even be that it could just be like if I keep playing the same way
Yeah.
and trying to help other people figure it out, we'll get it done. But eventually it's just like I'm trying to help other people, everybody else on my team get better, and then it looks like I'm just playing like ass.
Yeah. I
Did you
mean,
run? Did you run main AR on your Black Ops? Like said you were on G2 to start Black Ops 4, correct?
Yeah.
Did you run? You didn't run main AR on that team, did you?
I did at the Pro League qualifier.
see, there it is.
So
Switching up.
like yeah, so like at Vegas for that game, we were completely ass. Like we were probably the worst team there by far before we like made a change. And when we made a change like right before the event where I became like our main SOG. 'Cause, like I don't know why, but
You went from main
nobody else.
AR to main SOG.
Yeah. I was main AR, like for the whole
That's the
time.
problem, though.
Yeah, exactly. I was main AR the whole time up until like a week before Vegas, and I was like nobody on the team was happy. Nobody on like we couldn't win at all. Like we were literally losing every single map in scrims. And so I was like, I'll just take the SOG. Like, I don't care. And I took the SOG, and we became way better. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like I don't understand. Like, what was going on when somebody else was running a SOG, like, compared to me. Like, we still weren't that great, but I mean, it made us a little bit better for the event. And I think we got like top 16 or something there. So it was like, it was way better than I expected. I thought we were probably gonna get last because we were complete ass. But
Yeah. So that's
yeah, and
definitely
then
been a huge issue in your career, China's like switching roles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't it hard for people to understand like what role to pick you up for if you switch all the time? I guess. I mean, people could see it as a positive, right? Like you can technically run anything, but
Yeah.
for someone who you want to be your main AR, it's like certain people are just known to be an AR player. You know what I mean? So you just pick them up, knowing
Yeah.
that that's the role they're gonna fill. And
yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know
if it's
that's
between
the case for
Assault
you.
and Chino, you go, and
Yeah.
you need a main AR. It's like, fuck, I guess I go Assault. You know,
Exactly.
But realistically, it's like you guys are probably very comparable skill level, and you might bring, you know, some pros in search where he doesn't. And it's just weird to think about because you haven't ran the same role the whole time. Like, is that something you want to change going forward? For
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, I would definitely like to be a main AR like the whole time I play. Like like if I start next year or like if I get on like I become a starter for another team, I would definitely want to be the main AR. But like obviously, I wouldn't mind being a flex. Like that's just like those are like the two roles. Like I want to be main AR first. Like that's what I want to do. But if not, I don't mind being the flex player.
All right. Well, I think we talked enough about roles, so let's talk about this game. So you get, you know, big opportunity to join Optic. How'd that go down? Like when they were moving you up to starter, etc.
It was kind of like I remember we were like kind of talking about it. Like maybe we could put you in for like maybe like search and stuff like that. And then eventually that ended up just dying down. And then it got to a point where the team didn't place well in like an online tournament. I think it was like the first one that was online. They didn't do too well. Then after that, they were like, "Hey, like we think that we should put you in. We're gonna try to make a change with the team, see if it will like help us." And yeah, I mean, my dog just hit me up. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna put you in. We want to try it out, see how it goes."
Were you like worried about like coming into like such a broken team at all?
I wasn't really too worried because, like, obviously for me, it's like it's an opportunity. Like, I can't. It's not like I can just like fix the team immediately or anything like that. It was just this is my time to try to show how good I am and how much I can help a team. And I felt like I was kind of like a good person for the job at that time.
How?
I mean,
And
it
go
made
ahead.
sense, right? And then the
Yeah.
very first tournament we played. Can you talk about the first tournament you played with the team? Like the one where you guys ended up, I guess, getting second?
Yeah. So before that event, we weren't doing too well on scrims. we we were still getting smoked. It was still kind of like complaining, and then I think we got smoked in one scrim, and then I was just sitting in the call. It was like me, uh, John, and I think like Brandon and Tej or something, and it was like we were waiting for our second scrim, so like people wanted to go get food and stuff. And I remember Reddit was like, "Man, let me just run the smoke." And I was like, I don't care, dude. Like, I was like, I don't care, bro. You can do whatever you want. So he started running the smoke, and we went to the event. I think we lost our first match, and I think everybody's like really bummed about that. But we knew that it was like fuck, we just choked, like damn. And then I don't know. After that, we got on the next day, and we went on like a 9-0 map count run or something to like finals. So that was pretty awesome. And then even in finals, it was like I felt like we had
Choke that S&D.
yeah, we choked the S&D bad, and then I felt like we still had a chance in the respawns that we just weren't as prepared, I guess you could say, as them. But yeah, I mean that's just what happened. We played like shit in scrims, and then we went to the tournament, and we actually played really well.
So my neighbor just started blaring music. By the way, can you guys hear that?
I can't hear anything.
Man, I need to get
like
sound
barely hear
switched
it.
in here.
Wait, you can hear it? I'd have to turn
Sounds
you
like
up
I'm
here.
standing in front door of a club right now. So sorry, chat. Trying to adjust that.
Wait, what time
It
is there?
was
8:18. They
super
said
loud.
it's time, bro.
My
Time
neighbor's
bangers.
she's a music artist, so she records songs and shit. She's actually elite, so I think she thinks it annoys me because she gets really mad at me for doing podcasts and stuff. She knocks on my wall. So this is her getting back at me for doing my podcast at 8 p.m. So whatever.
Oh, I do
Anyways,
hear it.
yeah, it's
Oh.
loud, bro. I can't get DMCA chat because it's not copyrighted. So good. But yeah, so where we're at Chino with like the first event. So you guys are like pretty solid off the jump. Like you're probably hyped because you came in and the team just got way better. What do you think that their like problem was before you were there? Like and when you're on the team, like do you think that problem persisted? Like what was it?
I would just say that a big problem on like our team when we were playing was it was just like low effort like all the time. Like it would just be like it was like we would like talk about something and then the next day we would just like not do what we talked about.
Mm.
And then it was just like that, constantly like that all the time and it would just be people getting frustrated. And I remember, like I said, we weren't doing too well in scrims, and then at the tournament, it was like we started doing everything we were saying. It was clicking. It was great. And then after the tournament, it was even still the same. We were still like we started practicing well. We started giving a lot of effort, and like I thought we looked really good going into the next tournament, which we ended up like I think getting fourth at. But it
Mhm.
was like I really felt we could have won that tournament, but it was just I don't know, we just didn't.
Yeah,
So
John.
then,
Yeah,
what's up?
I was gonna say, John, like you were part of the team, like at the time, like what was the dynamic with Chino? Like was
No,
it?
I mean, you gotta remember. So we picked up Sheen, and the practice wasn't great. But then we like, I don't know, right before turned around and got second in the tournament. In a tournament that they actually probably should have won. They got 1v2 map 2 to go up 2-0.
Yeah.
I got fired right after that. So I was like, after they got second, I got fired, and apparently, like, still things were like still on the way up. That's what Sheen's saying, and they got top 4. It was like, it was things were looking up for the team. I have to say, they got top 4 regardless, and then I don't know what happened after that point where they got to top 4. I think you guys might have had a break. I don't think you guys played the very next tournament after that. Did you?
No, we didn't. We
So
had a
you guys
little
had
bit
like a
of a
month
break.
break, right? And
Yeah,
when they got back from the month break, that's when they got absolutely slaughtered after
yeah,
that.
it
So
was not
I
good.
What
through that time, there's no we have no idea what happened. I don't know if it was just practice for you guys, Sheen, or
Yeah.
like if the team was
Um,
still not getting
I
along in game.
I would say between that time so we had that tournament where we got fourth, and then we took like a week off or something because like it was like we don't play for a month, so like everybody's chill. You know, we grinded hard the past like month and a half. Let's just take a little break, and then we'll come back. You know, and then I I, I don't know what happened. Like we started getting on, and it was like again just it felt like I would just join the team again. There was just no effort. There was like it was like I don't know. It was like it felt like we were doing so much and literally getting nothing in return, like for a whole 3 weeks.
That's so
And
weird.
it was like I don't know. It sucked really bad because like I felt like I was really trying to improve and get better because like obviously I got people on my case like oh he still like has a point 8, point 9, whatever. Like Cap would have dropped the same stats and stuff like that, and it's like oh they need to drop him for somebody better. So in my mind, I'm like, I gotta go hard. I gotta get better. Like I know we can win tournaments. I know how good we are. Like if we're all just trying, we're actually gonna do really well, you know. But I don't know. It's just no effort in practice. No effort leads to you saw a bad play. So
Yeah, you guys were great. I mean, I'm looking at some of the wins right now. You get some big wins, and then even the semifinal you guys lost was like a game 5. You could have won that series. That was like the map 2 where like Kenny died to I think it was Wuskin top window. Like that changes everything if he wins that. Like it's crazy. And then a month goes by, you guys get cooked, and then you get dropped. Like was that unexpected? You think for you? Were you expecting to get placed back on the bench or what?
so what happened after the last event was we we planned on just like benching Dashi. and then
Why though? Why though?
picking up
Can
a
we talk about
person.
that first?
Oh yeah, sure. So what happened is we felt like he wasn't really giving effort in practice. Like it's not like he wasn't late. He was always there on time. And but the thing is like when we be practicing, people would be talking to him or like talking towards him. Like, there was one case where I even was like, "Okay, we probably should have done this and that. Like, what do you think?" And he just like ignored me. And it was I don't know. I I, I don't want to say that like maybe it's just like he didn't want to like not want to try, but it was maybe like he probably didn't see the potential we had. And I think that was just one thing that really hurt me. Was like I felt like sometimes people didn't see that I was actually a good teammate. They just thought we were a lost cause and whatever, you know. And it's not that I don't know. That was basically the main reason. Was like you can't get on for practice every day and just not care, and that's what it kind of felt like. So the team thought maybe this was the best thing that we could do was benching him and then trying to find somebody who like an Am obviously that wants to give it their all and try to show out big, you know.
Yeah.
So I practiced with them with Draza for a couple days and then Hollow for a couple days, and then I thought we were set on picking up Hollow and we were just gonna roll with that, you know. But next thing you know, I'm literally in Baskin Robbins drive-through, getting a call from my boy Eric, and next thing you know, I was on the bench and I was like, "Damn, can't even enjoy the shake now."
That's
But
That's how it
tough,
goes.
man.
Did you ever get any sort
Tough.
of warning on the team that you were the one that's about to get dropped, or you just showed up, was practiced, and then got the call?
no, I mean, I never got a warning or anything like that. I think it was kind of like those are my boys on that team. I don't think they would just like do me dirty unless it was just like a spur of the moment type of thing, you know. Like Austin's really honest with me. He's like my closest friend. I don't think he would just be like, I don't think he would literally make me practice with people just to be like, hey, you're fucking out of here. You know, like
It's just
I think
weird though the way
it
it
was
was
kind of like
done.
last second, like, hey, we should probably pick up both these guys, see how we do.
It could be. I mean, yeah, it could definitely be a spur of the moment thing, but like with such a big organization and people's careers you're dealing with, I feel like it could be handled a little bit different. I mean, it's just my perspective. It's like if you guys are scrimming with a different person, like you scrimmed with Hollow, then you scrim with Draza, then maybe they scrim with those two for a bit, and they tell you that. It's like you can be a little bit more prepared for it. Just kind of sucks that that's how it is. Um, Especially like because they obviously they dropped you before they scrimmed with both of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like for me, like if I was you, I'd feel pretty disrespected there. I don't know. I just don't like the way that though like dropping players and stuff from certain organizations is
Yeah.
handled. But yeah, so that had to be super unexpected. Did you talk to any of the players, like any of the teammates after that about it?
So after that, I was really, really mad.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got home. I was like kind of just like contemplating, like, what? Like, I can't believe that just happened. And then I like started texting like Austin, Ken, Eric, basically telling them like I don't get how I'm putting in all this effort. I'm trying to make the team better. I just probably like I feel like I've been improving for us. I've been trying my best to get better. I've been doing all this, and it's people who aren't even trying on the team that I don't even get a fair shot to actually like showcase how good I am. It's just like people haven't believed in me since I got on the team, you
Yeah, it's not
know?
a support system. How the fuck are you
Yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to play well? And you
exactly.
got thrown in mid-season. I think it's bullshit personally.
Exactly. And I was like I told them I was like I'm really upset. Like I think this is honestly like bullshit. And they like kind of responded to me and stuff like that, but they were like, you know, Austin was like the main person who responded to me like that's pretty much. He was just saying like he's really sorry like because like Austin was like helping me out all the whole time, you know. He was looking out for me. He was trying to like he was really trying to get like teach me how to get better. He was like the main reason why I was improving too. Like he's being a really good guy. But I mean, I was like I said, I was really really upset the first night. But after that, I was I was just like, I mean, at the end of the day, like I knew what I signed up for being a sub. Like
Yeah.
I knew, like I told them beforehand, I was like, even if I never play a match, I'll still be happy. Like if we're doing well, I'll still be happy for the team. So I mean, at the end of the day, if it makes the team better and I mean, it works out, then so be it. You know.
Mm-hmm. You have any follow up to that, John?
I get what you're saying, but who you never actually told us who it was that you said like people didn't believe in you. So you obviously didn't mean Austin. So are you talking about like you saying Dashy wasn't trying? Are you talking about him, or are you talking about just other people on the team or the organization in general?
Mm, I would probably say Dashi and Tej didn't really believe in me that much. I like I don't know. It just felt like with them like obviously I never teamed with them before, so I didn't really know what like how they are. Like I don't know, maybe that could have just been how they are, but I just felt like there was times where we would be talking about stuff or anything like that, and it was like sometimes they wouldn't like give their input or like even respect what I had to say sometimes. And it's like I'm not saying that it was like I said, I don't know if that's just maybe they don't like this game and they don't really care about it anymore, or if it was just me. But I mean, it happens.
I mean, it's kind of weird to say that after you get like top two and then get to a semifinal with a guy and then say you don't believe in him. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe they just didn't want to go into champs with you or something like that. I really don't know.
I mean,
But it's also hard for me to believe that they want to go into champs with Draza and Hollow, right? They never even heard of these guys probably before this year, and now it's like they're willing to play with both of them without ever scrimming.
Do you think it was more
It's
so
a
a
weird
player
situation.
move or like an org move? Like the
I
players
think it
made
was
a decision?
I think it was a little bit of both. Honestly, I think Eric finally got the like go ahead to pick up more people, and like that's kind of something Austin's been wanting all year. So it was like well, not all just Austin, but the whole team wanted all year was like to like try out more people. And so I feel like it was like a good timing for both of them to be like, yeah, like let's try it, let's do it, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like that's how it happened.
Well, man, what's next for you right now? What are you looking forward to? What's going on with you right now? Like, what are you up to?
Right now I don't really have much plan besides just making content. I'm trying to just stream more. Gonna try to start uploading on YouTube more, and just do all that stuff. Well, it's kind of like going into the off season pretty much for me. Um, Obviously, if the team needs me, I'll still play. I'm not just gonna forget spawns and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I mean, for me, it's just right now, just trying to make sure that, um, just trying to stay consistent and focused on myself and just seeing where it takes me.
Is there like a roster lock? I'm not familiar with like League Ops stuff like that. Can you play a champ still?
I'm pretty sure I can, yeah.
So if they get absolutely bodied, you're gonna be like with your hand up, like I'm ready.
I mean, that's what I was doing all year. So
Yeah.
But I think we should transition off that. Like, so did you watch the last tournament at all, Chino?
no, I didn't watch a single second.
None of it. Okay. Do you know? I don't blame you. Do you know anything about like like the new meta shift and how it might affect?
I played with that for a little bit.
Okay, so what do you think of the new meta for the? Because me and Ann don't play the game competitively. So, how do you think the new meta affects like I guess teams like Optic and they play Florida next first, which is currently the best team in the game, I guess you could say. How do you think the meta shift affects them like that?
I think it probably honestly helps them. I think 10 millimeters back in too. So we played with that for like a day, I would say, or two. But I think honestly their team is really well rounded. I think Draza and Hollow are actually both really good players. So I think they're gonna have Austin and Draza probably running M4s the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I say Draza? I meant Hollow.
And that'll make
Hollow
Austin way better too.
Yeah. So Austin and Hollow running M4s the whole time, and they're both probably the smartest people like that I've talked to about this game. They both understand it really, really well. And then you got the three guys who are just running around everywhere like trying to just do their thing. And I feel like I'm honestly I think TJ's gonna be a lot better. I think Draza is actually a really good fit for him Because Draza, not only is he like a fast player with the smoke, also he also has really good communication. I think with TJ, he'll really thrive with that. It's kind of like I would say I wouldn't compare it to somebody like Looney, but like he's like vocal like Dan. Like he'll like if he's doing something, he'll say it every time. So I think that'll be good for them.
That's good. I mean, that's good to hear. Like you don't sound like. I mean, obviously you're upset that you're not playing,
Yeah.
but you don't sound like too salty about the team or the two players that they picked up,
I
which
mean,
is just
I
a
think
sign of
they're both.
maturity.
Yeah, I think they're both actually really like two cool guys who, like they do deserve to be in the league. They're both really good at the game. So I mean, it's just their kind of like their opportunity to, showcase themselves.
What are you expecting, like their outcome this tournament? You think they make it out of groups?
Who's their group again?
I
They
think it's
play
Maybe
the
like New
Florida.
York.
They
Mutineers,
play
Dallas,
Florida first.
and then they play
No,
the
no, no.
loser.
Seattle and London
Oh,
are
yeah,
the other two
Seattle and
teams.
London on the other side. So they'd have to
Ooh.
beat. They have to beat London or
I
Mutineers.
I think I could see them getting out of their group. I think they do have two good teams. Like I think Seattle's actually been improving, and then London they've been pretty good with Trey this time. So I would say that yeah, I think they'll probably make it out of the groups. I think Florida will probably just beat them, but then they'll beat the next two.
Yeah, I mean, Optic has to do well this tournament. Like they're right now, they're eighth in the standings, and like they play Ultra round one of the last tournament. So
Mhm.
like they have to do well here just to give themselves like a good opportunity to stay top
Yeah,
eight, bro. Because
you
like
don't want to be in the losers.
yeah, how much did you guys talk about that? I bet it was like every time we
We
go
did. It
every
was a
match.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
dude.
was a lot.
Dude, it's crazy how in the early in the season, like the first couple events, like are so important for points. Even that 20 points from launch weekend was fucking huge, dude. Looking back at it, it's
I
wild.
feel like it's always kind of been like that. Like, wasn't it like Doug's team or something? They didn't make like the league by like 15 points or something like that.
That was to me. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Oh, okay. Well, that was World War II, wasn't it?
Yeah.
that was when Doug
Oh,
wired
that's
me,
when
bro.
you
He
got
fucking-
wired.
He wired
Yeah.
What an insane
See, I would
situation.
have personally never forgiven Doug for that. You're a bigger man than me, and like for real.
Forgive everybody. Yeah, people
This
do
guy
dirty.
tried to wire you while people
Yeah.
were post event, while people were chilling. You know what people do when they're chilling? They're like they let their guard
Who
down.
knows? I could have said anything.
You could have
bro.
said anything. You could have said anything. Absolutely.
Unbelievable. But the
guy
professional,
wiretapped you
smart
post
man
event.
that I am, I just said, get the fuck
Yeah,
out of my face,
right.
dog.
You're still out here inwarding it up.
I said, get out of my face, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's always been like that. Like, you got to perform early on, or it screws you over later on, dude. So they're in a crazy spot. But man, yeah, this season's getting crazy with the meta change. Like right now, who do you think it benefits most in the league, Gene? Like from people you've played against, what teams do you think are going to be really good come champ time?
Champs time. I think I'm honestly kind of excited to see Dallas play. I feel like they have Krim and Clay, who like I think Krim is a lot better with an AR than he is with the sub, and I think this game is a game that he like understands too. So he's got really good submachine gun players on his team, and then him and Clay can just be posted up. Like it kind of reminds me of like how Optic is right now. Like they just have two people who are really good, just like AR players who can like just hold their own against some of the best, and they have three just stunners on their side too.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm excited to see Dallas, and I'm excited to see like Optic a lot. Those are like the two teams that I would really say that like I think probably will improve the most.
That's huge then too, because like FaZe is kind of falling off, and then so I mean like for me, my top four is New York, Dallas, Mutineers, Huntsman in no particular order. I mean Mutineers won, but that's my top four. I think FaZe is falling out. What the hell do you think's going on with FaZe? You didn't even watch the last tournament, so you might not be the one to talk to about
I mean,
it. But
just from watching FaZe just even before, I just feel like in certain like ways they play the game really well, but then in other ways they just stop thinking. It's like I don't know what it is, but they stop thinking and they just start going. And if they just like in my mind, I think that FaZe team is probably like the best team like that, or should be the best team. but like just based off their names and stuff, and like how good they actually are. But like they just don't always like do everything to the best possibility to like succeed.
Mhm.
Like if it's like they can rotate and hold this whole hill for this amount of time, or they can hit the scrap and just try to win the rotation gunfights after. And it's like I feel like that's sometimes like something they will do, which can hold them back and cause them to lose maps, other
I
than
don't,
just
I don't
doing
know
what
why.
like being on
Sorry to
or whatever.
interrupt you. I feel like I took severe issue with your top four. And like, okay, so FaZe has fallen off a little bit, meaning like you don't expect them to go into every series and dominate. But
Well, I
I
expect
don't
them
think
to
they've.
lose a lot of series now.
Yeah, but they haven't missed the semis though.
I
They
just
were
think
just in finals and then they were just in semis. Like, what else?
so. The reason I don't have
That's
them
a
top four
ridiculous
though,
expectation to have about a team.
I just think the way that they've been losing has been obscene. The way they got smoked by Mutineers, the way they got smoked by Huntsman. I mean, that loss to Ultra as well. Like, if it was just those other two games, like, okay, they got clapped by two top teams, but that lost to Ultra as well. And then how close their games have been prior to that, it's just like, I think it puts them out of it. I think Mutineers and Huntsman have looked better than them in the last couple of events. And then I look at
You
New
mean
York.
just Mutineers? You can't say that about the Huntsman. That's not true because
I
they
mean,
didn't
just
make it out
them,
of groups
just
the tournament beforehand.
Huntsman beating them the way they did. I put them above them, and how dominant New York was on that Sunday. I have to have them in there, and where a lot of people would probably have FaZe over Empire. I feel like, but for me, I'm putting Empire above FaZe because I think this meta is going to allow them to get a lot better. I just have more faith in them right now because I think that they're going to be great. But yeah, I don't think it's crazy to not have FaZe in the top four right now whatsoever. Just what we've seen, bro. They gotten World Starred off the stage twice. Like, it's just...
I mean, they got beat by a good team, which happens, and they lost to what?
Wait.
Toronto, you said, but didn't Toronto also beat New York?
They didn't
And New York
just
ended up
get.
winning?
They didn't just get beat. They got World Starred. Like,
They got 3-0'd. It happens.
Smoked. But then they also
Especially in,
got 3-0. They also got 3-0
a
behind
single elimination setting.
I'm not saying
What?
they're ass at all. I just don't have them.
No, I understand that.
Like right now
But
in my power
To
rankings.
have a team that has never not reached the semis in this style of like these groups, to not have them top four is actually insane. With how easy it is to just.
Well, hold on. Before you go, Cheen, they are definitely a solid team, and but the issue is with that statement is like every team isn't at every event. So
Okay.
if every team was at every event, I don't think that they would consistently be in semis right now in the way that the current landscape of COD. I don't think that they're beating those teams, and they're not. Like it's been shown.
I don't think any team in like say like the old style tournaments. I don't think any team always gets to semis. Like getting top four at every event is damn near impossible. But in this version of tournaments, like has Dallas made it to every semis as well? I want to say that they're only two teams that have made it to every single semis. And
But we're not talking about throughout the year.
ridiculous.
Obviously, FaZe would be top four throughout the year. You keep posing it as it's a throughout the year discussion. It's not.
I mean,
I'm saying
even
right
to
now,
this day, right now, they still haven't not made a semis.
No,
That's absurd.
I get what you're saying, but based on their performance, I don't have them in my top four teams. Like, and that's like you're talking about, like just because they made it to semis every tournament, like that's an impressive feat in and of itself throughout the season to make it to semis in every tournament. But I don't think it holds any bearing in me saying that they're not top four right now. I don't think that matters.
Fair enough. Sheen, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say that like my top four, I'm gonna say like Florida, Chicago, Dallas, FaZe. But I like I was saying, it is hard to base it upon like not every team's at every tournament. But I would also say too that it's like I feel like a lot of the teams are finally like done bullshitting, and like a lot of teams are actually starting to get really really good. So it's like this game obviously can sometimes not make any sense at all, but there is a way to play it. And I feel like with like people were starting to like watch Florida and watch like teams like another team like I would say like Dallas or something. Like they're watching them and they're seeing what they're doing and they're trying to like do what they're doing better than they are. And so like I think that's like probably something like New York's probably try to do, and that's why like they won that last tournament. Like they looked really good. I just like from what I heard, and like I don't know if I'd put them like top four, but it's like a thing where they could just be fifth, and if there's top five is like you know what I mean, like you could still be seen as just as good. It's just hard to like really.
So for me, like with the
say.
New York thing is usually I wouldn't like in my power rankings, and this is just all in my head. But power rankings fluctuate, you know, and the NFL fluctuates every week, and every it just fluctuates. If New York wasn't as dominant as they were on that Sunday, I wouldn't have put them like above them. But they were so dominant, man, and like every player was fantastic. Like literally all 5 players were great. That's honestly pretty mind blowing how good they looked. Like given what they looked like prior, like they looked okay. They looked good, like a top 6 team, like a solid team that could upset top teams. But to dominate a Sunday, like that shit blew my mind. What do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I think it just caught fire and they had a really, really good day. I mean, it's not to say they can't do it again. I think they can. It's just it's hard to be consistent, like dominant like that, like in this game. You could be like
Mutineers.
well, I mean, yeah.
That's why I said
That's
they're the best team in the game, because they did it again and again, right? But like Mutineers the Subliners had realistically one really good day. Now it was really impressive, and I think they deserve to be up there in the talks. But it was just one good day. They haven't looked like that in tournament play in a single other day. They've been having those days online, by the way, since the beginning of the game. They legitimately thought they were going to beat Atlanta at the very first tournament of the year. They've been good the whole time online, even before they made the team change with Mac. But that's the first time they actually looked like that in a day in tournament, and it was impressive.
I mean, like, in that tournament, it's like they lost what 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 maps, and even when they played Huntsman, they went game 5, and they just fucking dominated, bro. It's just crazy. So yeah, I mean, you're right. It could have just been like they caught fire, had a crazy day, but I think they're just a complete team though. Like when you watch New York play, like they're pretty solid at every mode. They're playing the right way. It's not like somebody's randomly getting shit on left and right. Like everybody's pretty much consistent. I guess the biggest thing was like people went above and beyond at this tournament. Like Temp, actually, Zuma even with the MP5 was.
Listen, man, they got one of the best leaders in COD on their team, dude.
Who, Lamar Betty?
Yep.
Yo, that
guy.
No, Lamar.
I'm convinced that guy could literally teach my granny how to rotate.
I mean, it looks like they were on the same page, and I feel like they have been improving for a long time now. I picked them to win a couple tournaments like before this.
Yeah, you did.
So like, yeah, but I guess the meta switch helped them become more consistent. I feel like Mac ran one of the second ARs, third ARs, whatever it is, pretty consistently throughout the entire time, and you still putting up the impact plays and kills that he was doing before with the sub. So,
bro, it makes sense though that they would be better in like this meta, dude. Attach was pulling out the M4, frying just like whenever he wanted. You saw Donnie frying with it too. Like they really do have a team for this current meta. Maybe the 10mm will like nerf them a little bit. Who knows? Yo, Cheen. So thinking about champs, bro, I just want to talk to you about it because you're the first guest on since like the whole champs announcement online stuff. How mind-blowing is that, like, winning that from your bedroom, bro?
Like, bro, imagine I won champs. I got my green screen in the background, bro. Like, behind me is my kitchen.
Like, yo, you know
imagine winning champs and I'm making a Hot Pocket right after, bro. Like,
yo, winning champs, immediately turning on your stream and then making that green screen just money, bro. So, like,
just raining on me, bro.
Sitting in front of cash, just raining on you, bro. That is so crazy.
There were a lot of discussions like upon the announcement about what should happen, what's the right thing to happen. First off, can I get your thoughts on what you think champs should be? Like, do you think it should be postponed? Do you think they're doing the right thing? Do you think they should have people fly together and play it on LAN? Like, what are your thoughts?
I think I would have really liked to see like something like super like closed in, like we could have played it on LAN. Or even like something where like the top 4 teams go play on LAN or something, you know, like something to where it gives it like stamp like, okay, like you won this fair and square, 100%, no other thing. You were the best team, like with whoever was there, you know. But I mean, I think given with how the world is right now and how it's getting worse again, I think it was probably the right play to do this.
Yeah.
And I think it probably. Maybe it would have been better if maybe the cash was like a little less, and then it like spread out across next year for higher pay, maybe like in tournaments then. But I mean, if they didn't want to do that, I think what they're doing now is completely acceptable, and you kind of just, I don't know, you kind of just have to play from your home and
I
hopefully
mean,
you
it's a
can
viable
get the
option.
server gods, you know.
We have online.
mean-
It's a viable option, and it can work. So, I mean, given the state of the world right now, I think it's a lot to ask for.
You don't want to just like that's what I mean is like you don't want to just lose the event you hyped up all year, the event you've been playing all year for.
I don't even think that was on the
single...
table. I doubt that was on the table for them.
No,
Oh
but
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
no,
feel
no,
like,
no,
I mean, one of your best friends,
I'm
Austin, was
saying.
one of the people that was like the major advocate of saying like we should postpone this tournament. It shouldn't even be a thing for now.
I mean, you can't even postpone it though. Like, the things probably won't go back to normal for a while, and like the new game's gonna come out. What are we gonna go back to Modern Warfare to play our champs?
Not only that, yeah, I'm pretty sure like when they started the year, I mean, just being realistic, that event probably has certain sponsors, certain things attached.
Oh
to
yeah,
it. I don't
yeah.
think Activision could just be like, by the way,
well,
all
we
you
can't
guys,
do it.
you remember that initial deck we had, proposal deck? Yeah, that's no longer a tournament.
It's
So,
not happening.
yeah, I just
They
don't
can play
think.
all these homestands for fun.
I definitely get where people come from, and there is a world where we made it work on land somehow. By the way, this is stuff way above all of our pay grade that we don't.
Oh,
even
yeah.
Oh, I know.
We don't really know
it's
about.
like-
But
like,
like,
if
Extremely opinionated.
but just being realistic about it, like a lot of the pro players, I just don't think they think about it in that way.
Yeah, they don't. They think they're untouchable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if
They
one
think-
player gets sick, it's like
One player. It
like-
goes beyond that. One
Oh, yeah.
lights guy, one production
Yeah,
staff,
exactly.
one anyone that's there.
anyone that's there gets sick, it's gonna look bad on the people running it.
It's also different because
Why would
we
you
have
send your players there? Why would you do
we
that?
have an
Blah, blah, blah.
option to do it online. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, exactly.
like imagine Sunday, Crim6 wakes up with a fever. Like that would just suck.
Like, oh shit, like,
And
we
there's
can't play
no
Sunday
like,
anymore.
real way to completely avoid it entirely, unless they all fly on private sanitized jets. You know what I mean? There's just
And
no
then-
way to realistically completely
And then
avoid
it's
it.
like, where do you have it? Not every city, not every county has the same rules in place. Like if you come to LA, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like period. If you go to Florida, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like I don't. It's just
Yeah,
there's
bro,
just so many things
you
involved.
order delivery food, your driver could have it. Like,
Yeah.
think about that, like.
Yeah,
So
it's tough. So I think people didn't understand that, and that's why that whole discussion that day on Twitter was triggering me because
Yeah, I didn't
there was
even
a bunch of just like
really get involved in
mansplaining.
it. Like,
Right.
I was kind of mind blown, but that's just like, damn. I was more mind blown about like somebody could win 400K from their bedroom
Yeah, that's
more
lit.
than like champs
That's-
being online.
I'm going.
I think if I was a competitor, I think that would be the part that triggered me. Like I know, even though they don't ever like talk about it publicly, I know some players care about like the earnings list or whatever. They don't want to get passed up by some kid that won an online tournament in Modern Warfare from their bedroom.
Yo,
right? That's,
imagine
that's gonna piss them off.
Yo,
And I'm like, bro,
imagine-
that's just the way of the
Dude,
time.
I know Austin would be swinging at his monitor, bro.
Bro, listen, dude. Celium's gonna wake up in his pajamas, no shower, nothing. Instantly sit down on the
No
toy.
shower, nothing.
No shower,
bro.
no nothing. He's
Get it
gonna
on the toy. I'm ready.
instantly sit down on the
And
toy
then tweet
and
out Warzone
cry.
later. That would
And
piss me off.
cry. Yeah, and then be like Warzone.
Just won champs Warzone.
Speaking of that, speaking of that,
That would get me so tight.
so
Like-
speaking of that, this is what I want to do after Champs LA, John. I want to have a Codcast episode immediately after Champs is done, and just have any pro come in and just talk about the year, their experience, Champs, anything they want, right after the tournament.
I think that's a good idea, but I think we have to wait until like that time period where their contracts are over or whatever it is, so they can say whatever they want. Because I feel like pros always come on and
I want to
there
do
are
an
a lot
after.
of things that they
I want to do an
can't
after
say.
tournament party, bro. An after tournament celebration, like MW is done. Everybody grab your
Warzone.
drink. Yeah, then
Yeah,
we're
like,
just
once it
chill.
gets Clash after champs, there's so much that Austin wants to say that he can't say. I know that privately, I obviously can't mention it, but
You
like
should write a book.
it.
But Chino, so we only have you for like 30 more minutes or so I think we should start call-ins now. We have a lot in there, so guys, listen, if you want to join the call-in, exclamation point call-in in the chat. Oh, I think I'm blocking John's screen, sorry. Exclamation point call-in in the chat, guys, and then you can join our call-in and talk to us. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure John's video doesn't get cut off here. I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh, good, bro.
Is
Could be because I'm lagging.
it alright if I just say one more thing?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Go ahead.
Alright. I just wanted to say though, like, I don't want like people to think like the optic, like I hate them or anything like that, or I hate the players on the team. I don't have any beef with like Dashy, TJ, Austin, Ken, like anybody. I think like those guys gave me a really good opportunity to actually play again, which was awesome. And I just like appreciate them for having me, even though it sucks that our team like didn't end up working out, I guess you could say. I'm grateful that they gave me the chance and that we actually did well a couple times. So
Wow.
Oh, good guy cheating
You're
because
just-
I fucking hate those guys. Fuck all of them.
Wow, Chin, you're just a great guy.
You're a great fucking guy. What a classy motherfucker, bro.
I wish John didn't
Wow.
say fucking like 5 times there, so I could clip that and put that on Twitter.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
That's great. All right, so let's get some people in here. So the first one we're gonna drag in is, oh no, man, we got Swede.
Swede? Can we get someone else? All right, fine. Swede.
Hey, what's up, Swede? Hi. Swede.
Look, see what I'm saying? Swede's a goober.
So where you from, man?
Yeah. Good, bros.
All right, so we're doing good. What's your question? No, you got a lot of those. It's the cod
I
burner
got-
chat.
It wouldn't be right if I didn't have 2 questions, so I got 2 questions.
Okay.
Might turn into 3, but it's for Cheen, and if you guys want to answer as well, you can go ahead. What do you think your best quality as a teammate is?
my best quality as a teammate would probably be that I'm a good like I feel like I'm a good like listener and learner. Like if somebody tries to tell, like if somebody's like explaining how to do something, or they're telling me to do something, is like I like literally think about it all day, and just try to make sure that I don't make that mistake again, or I try to like improve myself the like best way I can.
Mine's my raw fucking talent. John, yours?
Oh, are we talking about? Was this question for all of us? What made
Yeah.
us good teammates?
Mhm.
Communication, leadership, always being there. Literally, I don't know.
Always
Being-
being
All
there?
right.
Hey, wait,
How did that turn
wait.
into a question?
I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean? Because people aren't always fucking around. Know that. Trust.
That's true.
All right, what's your next question, Swede? Let's go. Fire him out.
Sweet wouldn't.
It's kind of like similar, I guess. What's the best what's it called? Fuck. Best quality as a teammate and someone else, or worst quality? Pick one.
This is fucking snore fest.
God, like being fucking godlike on the map.
being absolutely untouchable,
seriously.
bro.
I would,
Like,
I would
seriously.
actually, I
I'm
would
being
actually
serious,
say
bro.
Being untouchable on the map is the
As a-
most important trait.
The worst
100%,
quality a
I think
teammate can
that
have.
is good.
Worst quality a teammate can have is just showing up late and like giving no effort. Those are the worst
Oh,
qualities
worst
you can have.
quality.
He said
He
best.
said
or
you
worst
could pick
quality.
either
He
best
said
or
best.
worst.
Oh, worst quality. Getting fucking obliterated all the time. Nah, the worst quality is like doing
Toxic.
poorly on the map. The people that would do poorly, and then after the map, not listening to what you had to say. Like
I
just,
think
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like no effort. That's
just
like
no. Yeah.
complaining.
those are
I
just
think
not
making
fun.
excuses, bro. That's my. I hated
Yeah, that's
that.
another one too.
I hated excuses.
Being Pac-Man, I was godlike. Don't get it
All
twisted.
right, Swede. Thank you for the questions, brother.
Wait.
All right.
Cheen,
Yo,
do you think Pack or Ant would have any chance whatsoever to play this game, or any game in the future?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's chalked? Are they really that ass?
are you saying that like they could come back? Probably.
You
I
think
mean,
so,
like-
really?
I mean, I don't know. Like they were both good players when they played. It's not like they were just complete ass.
I don't know. Swede's a
I
weird
don't know,
hater,
bro.
bro. He thinks that our thumbs fell off or something.
I was
because we
never.
were on
I
the-
literally retired
It's-
mid
it's
being
not like-
actually good at the game. I
Yeah,
just didn't want to play with it.
It's
I
not
didn't
like
want to
it's
play
like
with a
you're
shit
asking me
team.
like if you're gonna go pro Swede.
Wait,
like
the last tournament I ever played in, I had Chino on my team, and I was actually cooking. I don't know. You know what people are saying?
that would be like if Swede was like, so you think I got a chance to go pro? I'd be like, no.
Bro, the last team I was on, I got masterful finessed, dropped by Pat, and then I just didn't want to join Ghost Gaming, so I quit. It's like that's pretty much what happened. Well, I waited too long to accept their offer. But yeah, I think I could still play, but I don't want to fucking play. So thank you for the question, sweet. All right, Ryan Chose, you're next. Where are you from, man?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's your question?
This is mainly for Mr. Cheaton, but any of you can answer. What was your favorite moment or memory playing professional COD?
My favorite moment was definitely winning NOLA in World War II. Because I remember after the first event, a lot of people were kind of like even the casters were still had like optic and stuff above us. It's like we just won the event. Like how are they better than us? And then I remember we did really well online. We won 3 out of the 4 2Ks, and like there was still people who didn't predict us to win. And then I remember just going to that tournament. We just started frying. We did really well, and we won it. And I got MVP, and I was like, that was like best moment I've ever had. We're just being able to do it again when so many people like still didn't have you as number one, and then being the MVP was also just like the cherry on top.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
I feel like
Ryan Chose.
I think like me and Ann have answered that question
Yeah.
before.
That's how
Yeah,
I
so-
answer.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your stream.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, brother. You're such a nice guy.
Okay, let's bring the next one in. Is Ben just dragging people?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he is. Blizzard, what's up, my guy? You're muted, Blizzard. 5, 4,
Uh-oh.
3,
It's our first kick out of the
2,
day.
1. Get him out of here. All right. Gotta get the next person.
Gotta move
in
this
here.
guy back down. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You're a clown.
Yeah, dude. All right, Ben. Come on, brother. Fire him in. Fire him
Yeah,
away.
he started counting down.
Dude, I see shit's ass in there again, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to just bring him
Lo-
shit's ass up here.
Shit's ass is loyal.
Yo, shit's ass.
Yo.
What's good, man? Welcome to the show. We know where you're from. How
Yeah,
you doing?
bro. I'm good. How you guys?
Fantastic,
Lovely.
brother.
How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. Yeah, my question is for Cheen again. Did you have any offers to be on a starting roster? What made you turn them down? And if you didn't have any offers to be on a starting roster, what made you pick Optic to be the sub one?
No, I didn't have any offers to be a starter. Literally anywhere. But
That's crazy.
after that, I had a couple different offers. I would say I had, I almost would join New York at first, but then I think they ended up going with like Suda or Doug, one of them, over me. And then after that, I talked to FaZe, and I was set to join FaZe. I was supposed to be like on their like bench, but then I was waiting on Empire to see if they would get back to me, and then that's when Optic hit me up right before I was about to talk like to FaZe guys. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, the chances of me playing on Optic was way higher than the chances of me playing on FaZe. So I went with
So
Optic.
you set yourself up in a situation where it's like, where's a player going to get dropped? Or is it like,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, if the team's not doing well, like my best chance is probably like playing with them. Then like if like FaZe wasn't doing well or something, like they'd probably just try to go for somebody else right away.
all right, thank you.
Thank you
See
for
you guys
the
later.
question. Shit's ass. See you next week.
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring Frothy. Frothy Siggy. What a name.
Frothy Siggy. What
Where you
the-
from, dude?
I'm from Texas. How's it going, guys?
We're at in Texas, bro.
South Texas, small town called Alice.
Oh, shit.
Never heard of it. Do you play football?
No, I did not. I played golf.
Oh, you're just now getting into that.
But yeah, my question is kind of for all three of y'all. I'm kind of new to the COD scene, and based on like what y'all been talking about and a lot of issues that have been going on, a lot of team struggles come down to like chemistry and vibes, and then that not letting them get through some rough patches. Do y'all think COD organizations need to start investing in sports psychologists like CSGO and LoL have begun to do? If they have, has it worked? And if they haven't, what has not let them do it? Was it money, or is it just players not wanting to have another voice on the team.
I guess I'll kick it off with I have no idea if they should hire sports psychologists or not because I've never worked with one. But I don't think sports psychologists, like, I don't know. Do they work in esports often? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, for League of Legends and CS:GO, they do.
CS and League of Legends, yeah.
100 Thieves, I know they have one.
Is there a correlation
recently.
between performance and teams with sports psychologists?
Astralis would be your best example.
Well, they're the
Oh,
best. Charlotte's the best team in the world. They do credit that that does help them. Their psychologist does help them. But I do have to say that Charlotte was also absolutely fucking godlike before they ever got a sports psychologist. I think all those things are extras and not necessary, but I mean they can help. In order, like that team is also extremely loyal to each other. In order for
That's
that
the
thing
thing.
that to matter, I feel like the team has to have been together for a while, or like is willing to stick together for a while. And I don't think that COD,
the new game
I don't
every
think
year
that's ever
doesn't
going
allow
to be.
that.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to be in the case of COD. Like
The thing
from
with
one
COD
game
is
to another, you might not even have a disagreement with the player. You might not even dislike them, but it's like this game requires to have someone else, and that person understands, and they go somewhere else. It's like,
yeah, you have to be together for a while for those things to even work, like those exercises. Because I actually went to like IMG Academy for when I was on Complexity and did some like sports training and teamwork building. And it was helpful, but the team would have to stick together for a while. Like when you make a COD team, it's usually from the game prior, and you anticipate maybe having to make one change throughout the year unless you have a super squad. And yeah, I just don't know if it would work with COD. I don't know.
With the new franchise league, isn't it harder for players to switch out and switch in? So, like, I assume in like 5-10 years, like you'll be signing long-term contracts instead of kind of switching out a player the minute things are kind of struggling really hard.
Well, hopefully in 5-10 years we have a flagship title that we continuously play.
10
Hopefully.
years. If the COD's going 10 years from now, that's lit. I don't even know. I don't know. That's a tough thing. But even if it is going 10 years from now, it's still going to be game by game. I don't know. They make too much money on each individual release. That's, I guess, what Ant's point is. Like, maybe that they'll have one for competitive, but at this rate, I don't think so. I think it takes a lot to develop a game.
I don't think so.
One can hope.
What is the reason for them to do that?
Seems like an
really
added
don't know.
expense.
Yeah, you have to hire an entire new development team that is solely
No,
focused on one
I meant
game.
the psychologist.
Oh yeah, I agree, but to both.
I think it's something that's like Ann was saying, like how much does it really help performance overall? Like that's like the main thing that like I think teams have to consider if they were considering doing something like that. Like if it's actually helping a team and making teams better, then like I don't think like they would do it, like without a doubt. But if it's something that's like it's not really proven to do much, then they don't really see a reason to like have something like that.
Well, I think that answers it.
What everyone's into right now with the current situation in the world.
Hey, yo, Frothy, we could be wrong, brother.
I don't think it'd be bad, but
I don't think it could hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
I assume it comes down to money, but one can hope.
Yep. Thank you, Frothy.
No problem. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, Bear Bradley, you mother. What's
the
good?
GOAT.
Wait. I have a bone to pick with Bear. You there?
Bear? Give Bear 10 seconds, bro.
I'm giving him an extra 5 seconds here. I'm giving him 10, 9, 8, 7. Yo, Bear. Yo, what's good, my bro?
What's good?
Bradley owes me 50 gifted subs, bro. He gave me a challenge. I completed it, and he didn't hit us with the 50 bomb. But he's hit us with like 8 since then. So it's like 42. But it's all good, Bradley. What's good,
how many have you in the channel so far?
Huh?
How many have you in the channel so far?
I don't know what the fuck you're saying, Bradley.
Anyways.
What did he say?
What's your question, Bear?
Chino, what players would you like to play with next year, and what org would you like to play on?
Are you Irish, Bradley?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Players I would like to play with next year?
Here. I'm
falling
asleep.
What org and what players would you like to play with next year, assuming it's 5v5?
I mean, I would still like to play for Optic next year. If anything, I mean, I really like it here, but honestly, I'd probably want to play with Kenny for sure. I think Shotzi's pretty fucking nasty and really smart. And let's see who else? Probably Austin again. And then after that, I can get anybody else at that point. I feel like we got a really good team already. But
There you go.
I mean, I would definitely get something like that, like just like those 4 players. And then I'm not really sure. Maybe like Donnie to round out the squad to be funny. We need some vibes on there for sure. Don made me laugh like crazy.
There you go.
Yeah,
thank you,
I
Bradley.
suppose that's important. Like, you see over the last year or two, people not taking it serious, attitude problems. I feel you have to have a good mixture, like, in order to win championships.
100%, it's true.
Bradley, you
get
have
team,
the
we need to get
most.
serious, and we
Bradley
need to
has the
have
best
fun.
voice I've ever heard in my life, bro. I didn't expect it to be
Yeah,
this.
this is 2 o'clock in the morning, my man. This
Yo.
is my 2 o'clock in the morning voice.
You gotta run your own podcast, bro. You gotta start a radio station or something, bro. That voice is money, brother. All right, Bradley.
My man.
I'll catch you in the chat.
I'm going to
bro.
bed. Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Yeah, bro.
Bear.
Good luck.
Wait. 1 second for the chat. People are saying, why would I want to play for an org that did me dirty? The org literally has been amazing to me from the start. Like, they gave me like a really good contract. They're honest about like what's going on. Like whenever they like Eric is like really upfront with me, he'll tell me, and also like they're I don't know, they're just really nice. It's not like I have any complaints at all. They pay me on time and I do what they expect me to do.
Yo, Monster, welcome to the show, brother. Monster. What?
Hello? Can you
Yo.
hear me?
Yeah, what's good, man? Where you from?
New Hampshire.
Wow, never met anybody from New Hampshire.
Yeah, I'm out in the sticks, man.
Yo, what's your question?
How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you? So my question is, what are your guys' opinions on the CDL as a business, and do you think COD will survive long term with this franchising?
I think the CDL is great, and I think COD will survive forever.
Well, you're hired by them. I want to hear Team Pac's opinion about it.
Man, I'm
mean-
gonna say higher
Oh,
than you.
yeah, no, that is
All
true. That
three
is
of
true.
us would love for it to last forever. So
Yeah.
that's that.
Right.
But
I think,
I mean, to be fair, for its first year, it's tough because one, in general, they're gonna have a tough first year, assuming COVID didn't happen. It'd
Yeah.
still be a tough first year. It's the first time it's ever happening. It's on YouTube. Like these things take time. But then COVID happened, and it's like, it's not really fair to judge anything right now. Like, I'm a big fan of like in esports in general, and every single esport is going through weird periods.
Listen,
and I think
year
that
two's always the go
that
year.
happens.
Simple as that. So
Year what?
year two's always gonna be like the year to keep your eye on. I like pretty much what John is saying. So simple enough. Next year, if hopefully the world returns to normal, we get this damn vaccine by spring, and then the world returns normal, and we could finally see, especially with a better game, we could finally see what the fuck COD is made of. So, but I think they've done a great job, and they've reacted to community feedback. Realistically, like not even being a suit chat, like they
they've been
reacted to
trying their
community
best.
feedback.
They really have been.
They
Camps
fucking made it
Online was a
tournaments.
good decision.
Challengers.
Yeah.
I mean, who the hell
Yeah.
gives challengers as much money as COD does? Like,
Oh,
bro,
can we talk about that?
they're doing
Forgot
a
about
good.
that.
They're doing a good job. Like, all jokes aside, thinking about the game that we have, what they're trying to do, it's not fucking easy. So I think they've done a good job, man. They've done things that we haven't done in COD before. You gotta look at the cosmetics and stuff like that. Like, it's things that we've been wanting that we have. Like, it's tough.
Yeah.
Fighting the CDL, fighting those fights and getting a developer to do those type of things is not easy, bro. And they're doing it. So I tip my hat to them.
Yeah, I forgot who said it, but someone said to put like the CDL matches streaming inside of the game, which could really help boost the
Well,
viewership. for
That
it.
should definitely be a thing. They need to do that. That's something
Yeah.
that's been done for years already. So maybe not
Mhm.
in COD. I think it was in one COD. I think I want to say
Yeah, I
Black
think it
Ops
was like-
3,
Yeah, I was about to say. I think it was in Black Ops 3.
but it needs to be a thing consistently for sure.
But thank you for the question, Monster.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Can we talk
thank
about
you
that,
guys.
though, Ant, before you bring in the next guy.
Yeah, sure.
Before
we have a little
Did
bit
you
of time.
see all of the challenger complaining about like
Yeah,
about
them
people getting
paying
paid?
out all those people? Of fucking course they're gonna do that. I can't believe.
I lost full with that. I lost
So did
absolute
I.
full.
That's why I didn't
reading
comment
that.
on it. So I didn't
Dude,
comment on it.
Imagine having to beat like just other AM teams and then bitching that you're only getting paid 10 grand for winning.
Yeah.
Like what? The whole purpose of an AM league in general is exposure, and it's obviously working. That was my point on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have so many amateur players playing on pro teams. The amateur league is working. No
COD
other
has one of the
league
best amateur
does
scenes.
anything for amateur players. Like, I watch a ton of CS. Name 5 amateur CS players. You cannot. I would put 10 grand on it right now that you can't name 5 amateur CS players. It's impossible. Like, the fact that they've done so much for amateur players in console games in general, that they have like this ridiculous expectation that they should receive. Yes, it's a ridiculous entitlement that they should receive like 25 grand or whatever. Like, all you're doing is beating AM. The fact that you even have an AM champs is incredible. The fact that it exists is incredible. Like, bitching so much about it is just mind blowing. It's just an
for a lot of
for
a lot of AMs out there. A lot of amateur athletes literally make $0. So I think they should realize that. But yes, I think that we've done a lot for AMs, and that was ridiculous to complain about. Chino, what were you saying?
I feel like I can understand like people getting like a little upset that it's not more top heavy. I guess you could say like the payout they were saying, but it's like I feel like it's like like John was saying, it's more for you to like showcase yourself and get to the pro level where you will get paid, compared to like the amateur scene being all about the money and stuff like that.
It's to inspire, man. Like, Clay brought up a really good point. He's like, dude, me winning $500 allowed me to pay rent to kick this off. Like, yes, dude, 100%. So a lot of people are struggling out there. People are taking a risk. Everybody's not well off and able, or an ex-pro who has money saved up and just wants to win cash. You know, like some of those guys that are complaining about it, they're ex-pros who've made money and they have a decent amount. You know, they can live a decent life with their stream and stuff, and they want to win a big check. But I mean, for the true amateur, a lot of those guys need some sort of money to continue to pursue this and get better. That's how you develop
like
the amateur scene.
Like, say your parents or something don't support you.
They need they win $1,000 and they go to their parents like, yo, I won 1,000, mom.
Yeah,
like,
some 18-year-old kid has to show that their parents that they're not wasting their time sitting in their room screaming at their TV all day.
Like, I remember like my parents, like, they didn't even think like MLG and stuff like that. They didn't think it was real. I'm like, I'm literally showing you gameplay from their events. And then it wasn't until I won like $400 in a tournament, and they were like, holy crap, like, this could actually be something, you know, like you could actually do it. And then from there, it's like, that's what kickstarted me, like actually going to events and actually being able to go pro and stuff like that.
What the heck just happened to the, Ben left the call on it. Messed you guys up. All right, I'm going to drag the next call in here, and then I'll fix the camera. So let's get Gersh. He actually made the Codcast theme song, bro. A rap song. Ben's just, our producer sucks.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, chat. Our producer is throwing.
Why do I look like that?
Yeah, it's our producer. He's throwing right now. I'm fixing it. Don't do anything, producer. Gersh, what's good, man?
What's good?
Yo, bro. Those were bars you spit right there, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
John, did you like the song?
We should have played it for the Codcast fans during the Codcast. That's what we should have done.
We are going to. It's going to be. We're going to roll out with that. With the song. What you mean?
Okay. That's
all right, dope. Good to be here once again. Shout out Zuma, by the way, for winning. But I know you guys are short on time. I'm going to cut to the question. So this year, for sure, we've seen a lot of veterans being rejected off of possibly being picked up because you have all these AMs, all these young players that are much better in an online format. And all of the strategy and like LAN experience that normally would be considered isn't being as heavily considered now. So after the season, considering CL is still going to go on, we might have an extension. Do you think those kinds of online specific pickups will stay on rosters, or do you think?
Hold on, Dr. Robotnik couldn't hear anything you said for the last 30 seconds. Can you repeat your question?
Okay. So I was saying this year we've seen a lot of veterans being not as heavily favored for being picked up compared to younger players were better in online format through games. So CDL goes for Will.
This
Yeah,
is unfortunate.
you might need to type it out.
Type
I
your
heard
question.
something about veterans. Yeah, you're gonna have to type yours out. I heard something about veterans being picked up. You're just lagging, brother. It's unfortunate.
Yo, Gersh, type the question, brother.
Yeah, your mic like
Yeah, I'm
really
sorry,
lagging
brother.
down.
I really wanted to answer, but it's just. Whew. All right, I'm gonna get the next one here though while we get your type up question. All right, let's drag Kyle in here. Yo, Kyle,
Yo,
what's good, brother? Where you from?
That's good, man.
I'm from New York.
What part?
Hey,
That's
you
how
still
people.
get it.
That's how people from New York announce their. Yo,
Where?
From New York.
I'm from New York. Like, like
Queens.
simple, bro. All right. Well,
All right, my question-
Kyle from New
What?
York. What's your question, bro?
Oh, so yeah, y'all don't gotta say names, but like, this is a question for like the amateur scene and pro scene. But like, how many players like use Adderall to compete? Because I know it's a big thing in the community.
We
Like
don't-
players
I don't,
abusing
think,
it.
I don't think anyone does.
I don't think anybody does.
Oh, because I know like in the amateur scene, like a lot of players use it to kind of like get better. But like, I don't know if it's like fair to use.
I definitely don't think it's fair to use, and yeah, I don't think anybody does, Kyle.
All right.
Okay, let's get the next one in here. Guy from New York comes in here spitting some.
Trying to have a snitch on somebody like 6'9". What's good with this guy?
instantly, bro.
Guys, like, huh?
You can't trust people from New York, bro. I've been saying this. You simply can't. All right, yo, your boy Noah, what's good, man?
Yo, what's good, y'all?
Damn, with the hype. Where you
What's
from,
good,
man?
brother? Where you from?
Milwaukee. Let's go.
Wisconsin.
I like
How you
that.
doing, brother?
Bro.
Good, how are y'all?
Good.
Great.
good.
What's your question, man?
So I think Cheen talked about it a little bit, but like in a normal non-COVID year, would you guys rather see like prize money spaced out evenly or like more focused and like concentrated on champs?
I like the big champs.
I think in a non-COVID year, I think the big champs is really good because it's you play for it all year. You know, like you're playing these homestands, you're grinding out for these points, and you want the last event, you win it. Like champs, you know, you want it to be the one you win. You like it's what you practice for, it's what you played all year for, and it's like you know what I mean. It's like the number one thing every Kai player is look forward to for 7 years.
I definitely
As someone who's not winning any of the money, I would like to have a bigger champs. If I was playing, I think I'd want to have it more evenly spread. But with that being said, I would like there to be 0 prize money at any of these tournaments, since the players are getting paid anyways.
I'd agree.
And then for the last tournament to be fucking massive, if that's the route we're gonna go. Like, I don't even know what first place is at the homestand. What's first? Like, what did you get for second place? Yeah, like
50. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that money, right? Like that money should go to champs, and then we should have like some Dota finals. You know what I mean? Like, cause that, like, I promise you, I don't watch Dota at all. But come like
But
when
you
they're like
watch that
when it
shit.
gets down to the TI and they're good to the
I don't
end,
know
I'm like,
what's
yeah, I'm gonna
going on.
watch this
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know what's going
I'm
on.
gonna watch this
It looks-
because this motherfucker's about to win 1.6. Dead ass for
Sheesh.
what?
I don't
I'ma
know
watch
what the
this,
fuck's
though.
going on,
This
but
kid-
I'm gonna watch.
This kid hit the easy button after winning 1.6. I'm like, I'm gonna watch that. Like, no matter what it is,
Just to see
you
the
tell me
reaction,
some kid
bro.
winning 1.6, I'm watching it.
Yeah,
And that's the way I do with the-
I hated Fortnite, but when Boogle was about to win that, I tuned in. I said, "Damn."
Same.
I was watching Booga dominate.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this kid's different. Like, this game, he got 3 kills and won the match. This kid is different. like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna watch him win the money. Fuck it. That's actually incredible. These kids, I watched a kid in Fortnite win 25 racks and he didn't get a kill.
It's crazy, dude.
What?
Well, all right, Noah, thank you for the question, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Also,
People are not
J-Cap's
gonna
the
try
GOAT.
homestands?
Thanks for
That is
having me.
cap.
J-Cap's the GOAT. All right.
I'm sorry.
Cap is the goat.
Cap is one of the goats. Wait, this guy in the chat said people won't try in homestands if there's no money involved. That is the biggest
They would
cap.
have to. I mean, look
Cap
at the
and
standings right now.
Yeah, wait, why wouldn't you try? First of all, it's the best practice you're going to get. Secondly, not trying puts you at a disadvantage to win the 1.6 million. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Cash. All right. Cash, you there? Please be there.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's
up,
good,
guys?
bro? What's your question?
I just came in to ask, like, so based off, like, the announcement for champs being online and everything, and the top 4 being, like, 2 weeks apart, what are your guys' thought process on that? Because, like, I guess they said, like, the top 4 was, like, a weekend apart, so, like,
Oh, yeah.
how are they supposed to practice?
I like. I mean, that is tough, but I actually do like having every other huge major tournament isn't
They
like
do
just
that.
one weekend. Like,
Yeah, they do that.
They do that. It's like a
Yeah,
thing in esports.
I like
it.
that too.
It's good for like monetizing the tournament, getting people involved, and dude,
Gets
it's
people
just like
hyped up.
having like think about
It's
COD
different.
right now.
It feels different.
Think about COD right now. Like think about just even
League
a
of
tournament
Legends Worlds
weekend.
is like a month long.
If you have a normal job and you're a normal person, it's very difficult to dedicate your entire weekend to watching COD nonstop. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like spacing it out, I think is actually a really good idea, and it's something I've been thinking about ever since I was talking to like my IRLs. They're like, dude, why, you guys have like an Olympics every 2 weeks, you know? Like you just have so much going on, and you have to watch every single one to keep up. So I kind of like how Champs is going to be, personally.
Yeah, I did too.
Cash race.
Yeah, wait. Let me ask Chino a question, since now the chat's starting to upset me with this.
What do they say?
stupidity. So, Chin,
Yeah.
did you try harder in the homestand because you could win like $5,000 or whatever it is you got for getting second, or would you have gone the same hard regardless?
I would have tried just as hard regardless.
Are people
Okay,
stupid?
Like,
so that's coming from a professional player who actually played. The fact that you guys don't think the players would try,
They
if there
absolutely
was no
And there's
prize
people-
money, they would absolutely
there's people
try.
getting-
First of all, hold
there's
on.
people
Can I
paid
say
a lot
something
more
real
money
quick?
than me.
Let
That's what I'm saying.
me say something real quick, chat. You think Scump gives a fuck if he wins the $8,000 for first place? He wants
That's
to
what I'm
win
saying.
because he
So
wants to win
ignorant.
champs. They want to win champs, guys. These
Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
like the prize is very nice, and it does
You want
it does
to
make
get
it
the best
so.
seeding possible for champs.
Yeah, and yes, like teams that can't make it into the top 8 proceeding towards the end, like yes, the prize is good for them to try to make a run and win, stuff like that. Like the prize is added incentive, but it's all about champs, guys. They're gonna go hard regardless. That logic
Yeah.
is so flawed. It's unreal.
There's the reason that you get paid. It's to try.
Yeah.
That money, like with most of the starters in the league, I'm not going to talk about contracts, but with most of the starters in the league, they don't even that bit of money for winning these things doesn't affect them
Yes.
whatsoever. So like the fact that you're saying that it wouldn't count as a chip, like the people who are saying that is like because it's online, not because of the money involved. That is irrelevant.
All right, we only have like 10 more minutes, so let's fire these up. Okay, guys. Yo, Vonderhart Elite, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good, bro? What's your question?
Hey, bro. So, like, first of all, like, I just want to shout out Illy because, like, Illy's like still the greatest player. Shout out Dallas this weekend. But my question's for Chino. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, so do you think like Celium being like really good at Call of Duty is the reason like why he's in a relationship?
No.
It's like the money and like his face kind of built like a scuff controller, so like.
Nah, that's just disrespectful. Like I was literally
Nah.
with that girl before he even had money.
Okay, but like he's still there though, right?
What?
Like the money, like
You're just trolling at this point, bro. Like, Williams,
I don't know.
MC is a really, really cool dude, and
All right, bro. Like shout out Illy.
He left the call after he said shout out Illy.
Wait, that was actually the most fitted. He was actually trolling, dude. Like,
Yeah, he trolls. This is the second time he come out here trolling. Bro. Shout out.
I was like, wait, what?
Oh, bro. Did you hear him get super close to his mic too? He said, Chino. All right.
Yeah, I got a question for you. So I'm like, what's up?
Looks like a self-controller. That is the meanest shit ever.
I was like, nah, that's just
It's a nice kid.
Logical, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, man? Is you Spacely on a ringer?
What?
You sound like Spacely. How you doing, man? Where are you from? New Jersey?
I'm from Canada. No, I'm from Toronto, actually.
Oh, that sucks. Well,
Toronto.
Yeah, no, our team sucks, bro.
What's your question, bro?
All right, so you guys have like I guess more of like an insider knowledge about like the scene, I guess. So I was wondering like with the AM scene, right? Don't you think they would die if they moved to PC? Because a lot of people probably couldn't afford a good enough PC to actually like play the game.
They'll figure out a way.
That's a good question, but I mean, if you want to compete, you always figure out a way. I mean,
Yeah, 100%.
consoles in the past were super fucking expensive.
I want to say
It's
too.
not like
I feel
Amazon-
like a
Like,
lot of
you figure it the
people-
fuck out.
Other games.
A lot of people have PCs now, though. Like,
But like,
if you're like a good amateur player, like somebody who's actually like competing, like you have a PC. I feel
Think
like.
about other esports. I mean, the
Yeah.
question has been that's proven to really not matter much. Other esports have AM scenes.
but I guess maybe like specifically to the COD scene, right? Because most of them are pretty broke. So.
I think that goes for every single gaming scene. That most of the non-pros are pretty fucking broke. It's because you're gaming and you're not going to work and you're not making money. So you're probably broke unless your parents are supplying the shit for you. So it's like, I think what Sheen said is true. Like, they'll figure it out, and like Ant said, in other games, in all other games or not console games, the motherfuckers have computers. I think they'll be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you mean though, 100%.
Yeah, so it might take a little
That'll be
bit for it to
fine.
transfer over. I remember when COD went to PS3, and I didn't have the money to get a PS3, so I just didn't play, actually. But no bullshit, I didn't play the first like 2 seasons. I think it was MW2.
Gotta sit that shit out.
I didn't play it yet. I just literally didn't play because I didn't have it. And I had played COD all the entire time to this point. And there was a ton of people who didn't go like, I'm not buying a PS3. So I went to like a play and trade tournament. It was a free for all tournament. And I ended up winning it on PS3 actually. Beat some bot there on it. And then I was like, oh, I can play on PS3 now. So you just got to figure out a way to make the ends meet. You know what I mean? You got to grind, you got to hustle it out. I literally drove an hour with one of my friends from home, went to a tournament, won a PS3 from a play and trade. So, like, they'll figure it out if they really want to pursue it.
That's crazy. We're not gonna act like the PS5 isn't about to be whatever they said, $800 or some shit.
Yo, by the way, Machete, thank you for the 5 gifts.
I can't even afford that, bro. I'm not buying a PS5. Fuck
Why the
you.
heck would? Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's drag Ekaj in here. Yo, Ekaj, what's up, dude? Jake,
man.
What's good, fam?
What's good, brother? What's the question?
I just wanted to ask everybody, with the season winding down, like, who do you guys think's the MVP right now? The season ended today.
If it ended today,
Celium, probably.
Pharaoh.
Huh? Who would you say, Gene?
I don't even know. Be real honest with you, I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a weird question in this game because I don't think.
I feel like
maybe Shotzi? I don't know.
I don't feel like there's been like. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say Cell. Like, Cell's like probably been the most standout player like in this game. I would say.
But MVP,
I feel like
bro,
he's
most valuable to the squad.
What about Skies?
I mean, there's like.
It's hard. Honestly, it's not a disrespectful to Skies. It's just that up until this update, it's been sub-driven. So it's like, how do you give it to one of the ARs?
Like, I feel like Cell has been a flex, so he's been doing it all, and he's been literally
Good
on top
point.
of his game the whole time.
Cell's a good shout, man. I'll go Cell. We going all Cell.
It's just it's hard, you know. It's hard to, like, I don't know. It's hard to say when there's been like a lot of like, there hasn't been like somebody super stand out. Like, I would say.
What's your pick, Jake?
I think Salium, because he has all those freaking 1v2s, 5-5 randomly.
Great, my heart just broke.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you for the question, Jake. All right, we got 2 more to get through, boys. Sway.
All right. Sway in the more.
I ain't got the. You ain't got the answer, Sway. All right.
Sway with an
5,
inexplicable head wrap.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ding-ding-ding-ding. Sway's not there. Yeah, he's gone. Yo, Tags. What's good, bro? Where you from? Yo, Tags.
Unmute yourself, brother.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
Bro? Where you from?
Can you hear me? Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah, turn off the stream, brother. Or mute the stream.
What's the question, Tags?
If you were to, like, let's say somebody, like, well, this is for Pac-Man and Nameless.
Okay.
If someone, like, give you, like, a bet, like, to go to champs, like, through the AM team, if you had to pick, like, 3 players that retired, who would you pick?
Retired players? Team
Yeah.
Joe and Crowder.
Oh, okay.
Karma.
Oh.
Forgot Damon retired. DB3.
Yeah,
I
me too.
picked, I picked Karma.
He barely counts though. That's a cheap answer.
Joe. Man, I don't know. What would we need, John? Because it's assuming me and John.
If it's me and Ant, I
Yeah.
definitely want Teep. And
Yeah, I'd probably run. Would I run main, John?
me or you would have to run main, yeah.
So I'd probably run main, and then we'd pick up.
Study probably.
Oh yeah, Study.
Teep Stud.
Teep
Stud and Joe.
Yeah, Teep Stud and Joe.
No Killer?
Hell
no. I couldn't deal with Killer. I would lose my mind. I don't know how people. If it's specifically Black Ops 2, I'll take him.
But thank you for the question, Tags.
All right. Thank you for the.
All right,
Stainville. Absolutely not.
Did Gersh type his question in chat? Oh yeah.
No, he said
he said he's ready though.
Oh no. Oh, he is. Okay.
Maybe we just go from Gersh to the last question into
Gersh,
his song.
He is the last question. Gersh, what's
All right,
good?
there you go.
What's good? Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. First of all, glad you guys like the song.
We're gonna react to it with the stream.
That works. Yeah. Perfect. So my question is that this year, when we've seen teams making pickups, we've had veterans like not being taken in favor of younger players who are known to perform online, whereas like usually you'd consider veterans more because of lane experience, but now we're looking at players who fit the format. So after this season, do you think that these kinds of online format specific players still stay on the roster?
I think they'll be on teams because a lot of players that are good online typically do well on LAN, even if it takes a little bit of time. I think the only player that really hasn't worked out with has been like Blast, and he's still like solid. So
of course,
I think they will. They'll stick around.
It depends. Like, let's say if it stays 5v5 or goes 4v4, like there's been a lot of talk about that publicly. I mean, I don't know, but I don't. For the new guys, the guys that are just now getting spots, I don't know if it's the same. For the guys
Like
that are
Draza
like
and
Mac
Hollow?
Melts, I have a hard time believing that Mac Melts wouldn't be a starter next year.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't played one time on LAN in the pro scene.
Awakening for sure. Yeah.
Awakening would even at least get a chance to start on LAN before.
I would say too. Another thing is like it depends on like how the gameplay is too. Like if they can adjust quickly to the new game. Like think about the people that were pro last year who aren't pro anymore this year.
Yeah.
That like just showed up last year and were really good, but now this year they're maybe they're still just as good. Maybe they still have the team, but like they're just not here anymore. You know?
Yeah.
And it's. I think it's like people will get the good and like people that you see do well and actually perform. They'll still stick around. But it's like the people that like I would say that have a chance of like getting kind of like let go are like the bottom players. I'd say like the players on the bottom of the teams, like bottom league teams.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the question, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much. Chino, real quick.
Hmm?
How many retweets for his scuff, bro?
1 trillion.
I'm playing. All right. Have a great stream, guys.
All right, Gersh. We have one last one. Blizzard. Blizzard wanted to ask this question. What's the question, Blizzard? Quick, bro. Quick. We're pinched. Clown of the week, bro.
So can y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's the question, Blizzard? My God.
My question is for all three of you, but for mainly Pac-Man.
Okay.
How did William and Priesta win the Warzone 2v2 when they clearly did not have the advantage from Clayster and Current?
Why
What
is
do you
that
mean they
question
didn't have the
mainly for me?
advantage? What do you mean? What do you mean they didn't have the advantage? They were up top, and the circle went towards
Yeah, I
them.
was about to say they were
had every
literally
advantage
up
in the
top.
book. What the hell are you talking about?
They almost got outplayed.
Were they on
actually.
top?
Yeah, they were up top.
Yeah.
They got double
They got
smoked in
downed
C4.
because
They
of
almost
C4.
literally lost.
Yeah, they almost choked.
Yeah.
You guys are right, actually.
All right, Blizzard, dude.
I have a question. Wait, are you high right now, my friend? Why was that meant for me?
Yeah, Blizzard's not answering. He left. He's cooked, dude.
Yeah,
That guy's baked.
Yo,
out of his
chat.
fucking mind.
Thank you guys so
Yo,
much
what
for
does
the
Explode
questions,
say?
bro.
That guy's got to change his bong water or whatever he said.
For real, that guy is baked.
Well, yo, I got to do some shout-outs quick, boys.
I
Shout out
watched
to
the 2v2.
our partner, Preediction, for supporting us week in and week out. Appreciate you guys. Also, if you guys want to watch this, someplace else other than iTunes, Spotify, our YouTube, or Twitch, you can check out UMG TV. It's also, VOD is available there if you like their platform. And also, shout out to Ben Nissim for helping us out and supporting the Codcast, being our scuffed producer. And then, Chino, thank you for coming on, my bro.
Yes, sir.
There, Skeet.
Yo, I wish you nothing but good luck and good fortune, my bro. You're a great guy. And we got to listen to this song together, so I'm going to drop this shit in the chat for everybody. We're going to listen to this, react to it, and then we're going to sign out of the stream, bro.
That's good.
We don't have a clown of the week, bro. This is like, you can't.
It's not harder in online times, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
People aren't saying nothing.
All right, guys. So, Gersh, the guy that asked the question, he made a rap song to be the theme song of the Codcast, and I dropped it in the chat. So, John and Chino, are you guys at 0? Because we need to honestly react to it.
I thought you were going to play it through the stream, but okay.
Wait, you can't hear
Yeah,
it.
I got mine 0.
All right, let me know when you guys are at 0. You guys listen on the stream chat, but let me know when you're at 0, Pac, Chin.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
You got to play it and pause it at 1, actually, because Twitter video.
Oh, we're playing it off. Okay.
We're going off 1, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Sorry.
Good.
I'm good.
All right. Count down, John.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys. This is the not
sneeze,
official,
man.
but potential Codcast theme song if you guys think it's good enough, right? So we need a
Bravo 6.
we need a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the song, guys.
Check it. This was the guess, cause tonight we be talking. Came with the ant and the pack and they caught it. Asking the questions by running and pushing and gunning. Be brief like you came with a rocket. We chillin' on Ray, but we still get to bonding. Fan base is solid, they cap with the comments. Choose your words wisely, cause you know they watching. It's 30 kill streak, where you gon' get the mileage. If you watch live, sub it online like this man wide up and done it. We'll make you a simp like you wait till you're young. Swooping like a raven, that shout out to London. They envy me like the team that ain't won with. He got the green like the seats in the Huntsman. OG like LA, now casting me running. Made an empire so ill when he's stunned. Hey, gonna have a small chat. Got caught in all that. Got fans and they lit, cause we in the Codcast. Go ahead and call back. We live on broadcast. Stop packing nameless. This is the Codcast. Gonna have a small chat. Got caught in all that. Got fans and they lit, cause we in the Codcast. Go ahead and call back. We live on broadcast. Y'all packing nameless, cause this is the Codcast.
All right, I'm going to pause it there. Yo, Gersh, man. First, I want to say I think it's awesome that you like the Codcast so much that you made a song for it, bro. I thought the shit actually kind of moved, no lie. I thought he was moving on the track. At least like in that chorus part. You know what I'm saying? What y'all thinking?
Chat. Oh, sorry. So first off, let me say, Gersh, thank you. That's actually pretty lit that you did that. That's a lot of work. Secondly, on the internet, all these kids are always gonna roast.
Yeah, and y'all can't make a song, bro.
Because they're not doing shit. It's easier. It's much easier to roast than it is to do stuff.
Facts.
Yeah. So Gersh is saying peep the lyrics. I think my critique is that it could have been mixed better so that the people could hear the lyrics easier.
Yeah, that was one thing I was trying to like listen to his lyrics. Like I literally had my hand on my head to like try to push it closer.
Well, yo, thank you for the song, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. As always, you can catch us on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Make sure you guys leave a like if you're on any of those platforms and turn notifications on. For those of you tuning in live, thank you so much for tuning in week in and week out. We'll see you guys next week. Much love and appreciation. Chin, are you about to go live right now?
Yeah, I'm about to turn on my stream.
Yo, click it. I'm going to host you immediately and go show Chin some love, all right? As soon as you click it, I'm hosting you. Let me know when you click it, brother. You can turn your cam off here, though. So
okay.
Let's do double. Let me go back to Let's go. Yeah, there you go. All right. Let me know when you're